everybody, Kamar Yellis here at the Finance Rebel Show. Today, I'm broadcasting live from FedCon, and I met my IG sister, my fellow tax sister here. This is Alexandra Davis. She is a CFP and a CPA. And we got into this interesting conversation about CPAs versus enrolled agents. And she had a different perspective that I think a lot of people out there can hear. Some people feel that CPAs are better than enrolled agents. Some people don't even know who enrolled agents are.
Right.
So we wanted to talk about today real quick. But how are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are
Thank you for
you?
coming up a little bit, just a little
Look, this is my brother.
So you're a CPA. How long have you been a CPA?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
And where you from?
Florida, specifically Sarasota, Florida.
Sarasota, okay. And you're also a CFP.
I am. Now that is a new designation.
That's new. For those of you who don't know what a CFP is, Certified Financial Planner, that is the gold standard when it comes to financial planning in the industry. So she has the gold standard when it comes to accounting, the gold standard when it comes to financial planning. But...
And I'm a licensed life insurance agent.
And she sells life insurance. But today we're going to talk about, again, CPAs, right?
Yes.
The majority of your business, is it tax, accounting, bookkeeping? What is it?
It's all tax. Now, I review bookkeeping and I outsource bookkeeping, but I do tax prep and tax planning.
Okay, okay. Now, I'm an enrolled agent. Alex is a CPA. How do you feel? Because some people could say CPAs are better than enrolled agents.
I don't agree with that. And the reason is a CPA is an overall, it's an accounting certification. It's the gold standard of accounting. Taxation is a part of accounting, whereas an enrolled agent is specifically tax focused. So in my mind, someone who's looking for tax services, an enrolled agent may be a better option than a CPA that's very general and not tax focused, because you know all things tax. Like tax law is your thing. That's what you've studied, and that's it.
Right.
You haven't worried about auditing, general accounting, things like that. You haven't had. That's not your focus, and I don't want that to be your focus. You're doing taxes, the tax strategy.
But also, CPAs do some tax, but that's not their focus, right?
Right.
How much of the license focuses on tax?
1/4. So there are 4 exams that you take. There's one exam that focuses specifically on tax. So I just want consumers to make sure they understand when you're seeking a CPA, say you want a CPA that's focused with tax, because you can be an auditor, and auditors basically they review company books, making sure that they're detecting frauds and things like that. Auditors do a ton more as well.
How many pencils do you have?
Right.
How many monitors do you have?
Right.
How many sheets of paper do you have?
Exactly. They know nothing about, they don't necessarily know anything about tax law. Like, yes, they had to take the test, but if you don't practice something day in and day out, how much do you retain? Like, if you don't use it, you may lose it. And so that's what I think of, making sure you're working with a CPA who is using their tax knowledge daily to make sure that they're able to keep up with the newest tax laws and any other recommendations that can help you save on taxes.
Right. And for the record, I love my CPA brothers and sisters, right?
Yeah.
And when I explain it, I let people know CPAs are the kings and queens of accounting. And tax is a small piece of accounting. Enrolled agents, however, are the kings and queens of income tax, right? Or estate tax or sales tax, just tax in general. Right. So you got to make that distinction. It can be really, really nuanced at times, and then it gets a little blurred, and then you'll run around and see on Twitter and everywhere else, EAs suck, CPAs suck, and this whole war.
Oh, wow.
They're all good to me.
Right. No war.
Right. It's all about the quality and the standard that the person brings to their profession and their craft.
And what you need, what you're looking for as well. Like, and I know that may be tough, because you're like, I don't know what I need. So that sometimes requires a little bit of investigation, perhaps on your part, asking questions.
Well, I would say this, right? If you normally have any kind of IRS issues, nine times out of 10, you want to deal with the EA. there are CPAs that generalize, or excuse me, work with it as well.
Yes,
If you
totally
have to
agree.
get like some in-depth financial statements, you should go to a CPA. A lot of times my clients will come to me and they'll ask me for financials for a mortgage. I don't know why they do this, but technically I'm not supposed to do that. A CPA is supposed to do that. A CPA is only supposed to give financials. What were you about to say?
Well, and not all CPAs will do that.
Right.
You know, because signing off on something, that means we've actually audited and reviewed everything in depth. And if you hire a CPA who's only doing your tax return and not necessarily auditing your books, meaning looking at your bank statements, reconciling your bank accounts, going in and really basically reconciling all of your accounts, they may not be comfortable signing off on your financials because they really haven't reviewed everything to make sure there's nothing that's off.
Right.
So some CPAs will not sign off on that.
Now, what would your advice be to somebody who wants to get into the tax profession? What would you tell them?
Do it. Do it, do it, do it. And I say that because the older accountants are retiring. There is such a shortage. They're making a huge exit, and we don't have enough qualified professionals entering the industry. So there's just a huge opportunity for growth,
Right.
number one. And it's lucrative. It can very much be lucrative. And if you enjoy a challenge, which most of us do, I highly recommend it. I encourage everyone, get taxes.
But when you say lucrative, let's give them something. How much can someone make in their first, let's say, year of business?
I think endless, but I would say ballpark. I don't think you would make less than 75,000 six figures, and you're doing this
Full time though.
I don't. Then you're gonna make more than that because that's part time. I mean,
I need to go
you
work
don't.
with her.
Well, don't ask. Don't ask
I need
me.
to go work with her. Y'all hiring? Well, listen, y'all, I appreciate everybody tuning in today. If you know anyone that's an EA or a CPA, send it to them. I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
Yes.
Again, I'm Kamari Ellis. This is the Finance Rebel Show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. See you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.